Imagine being one of the most famous faces in the world of fashion. A name that instantly makes people think of beauty, style, and unforgettable photos. That is Linda Evangelista. She is not just a model, she is a legend. And now, she is making headlines again, but for photos that are turning heads and sparking conversations everywhere. Yes, we are talking about photos where she is wearing a G-string, posing in ways that leave very little to the imagination. And it is not just about being bold, it is about a fearless confidence that only someone like Linda can pull off. But what exactly is she showing? Why are people talking about these photos so much? That is what we are about to explore. Before we get into the photos, let us take a quick look at the woman herself. Linda Evangelista is a supermodel who rose to fame in the late 1980s and 1990s. She was part of a group of models who changed the fashion world forever. People often called her a chameleon because she could completely change her look, style, and attitude in every shoot. One moment she is soft and delicate, the next she is fierce and bold. Her influence is not just about fashion magazines or runways. She has inspired countless designers, photographers, and other models. For years, her name has been associated with power, beauty, and creativity. And now, decades later, she is still in the spotlight. So, what makes these latest photos so different? It is not just the G-string. It is how confidently Linda carries herself. She is standing, sitting, and posing in ways that make it impossible to ignore her presence. Every shot highlights her natural beauty, her toned body, and her unmistakable charisma. Some people are amazed, some are surprised, and some might even feel a little uncomfortable. But that is the point. These photos are made to provoke a reaction, to make people notice, and to remind everyone why Linda became a legend in the first place. These photos show that age does not limit confidence or style. Linda proves that even today, she can command attention without trying too hard. Every pose, every look, every expression is carefully crafted. She is not just showing her body, she is showing strength, creativity, and a sense of freedom. Now, you might wonder, why is everyone talking about these photos? The internet is buzzing with reactions. Fans are praising her for not being afraid to express herself even after so many years in the spotlight. Some fashion experts are calling it a bold artistic statement. And then there are critics who say that these photos are too revealing. But here is the interesting part. No matter what people think, the photos are making waves. They remind us that the conversation around fashion, beauty, and self-expression is always evolving. Linda has always been a step ahead of trends, and these photos are another example of that. Fashion is not just about clothes. It is about making a statement. Sometimes it is bold. Sometimes it is subtle. But the goal is always the same: to communicate something without words. In Linda's case, her G-string photos are not just about showing skin. They are about showing confidence, control, and individuality. Every model and photographer wants to create a moment that people remember. Linda has been doing that for decades. And even now, with these bold images, she continues to push boundaries. This is what makes her not just a model but an icon in the fashion world. So, how has the public reacted? Social media is full of comments. Many admire her for not being afraid to express herself even after so many years in the spotlight. Others debate whether these photos are too revealing. But one thing is clear: everyone is talking about her. And that is exactly what an icon does: spark conversations, make people feel, and leave a mark that lasts. The beauty of these photos is not just in the body or the clothing, it is in the attitude. Linda stands tall, confident, and unbothered by what anyone thinks. That is a lesson in courage and self-expression, something we can all admire. Linda Evangelista has built a career that most people can only dream of. She has worked with the best photographers, walked for the top designers, and appeared on countless magazine covers. But beyond the glamour and fame, she has inspired millions by showing that confidence and creativity never fade. These photos are not just images, they are a reminder of her legacy. They show that she continues to define fashion on her terms. And whether you love the photos or not, there is no denying that Linda still knows how to make an impact. So, what do you think? Are these photos just about bold fashion? Or are they a powerful statement about confidence and freedom? One thing is certain. Linda Evangelista has once again reminded the world why her name will never be forgotten. Her courage, her beauty, and her unstoppable spirit continue to inspire people everywhere. No matter what anyone says, Linda shows that true style and confidence come from within and that sometimes, the boldest moves leave the biggest mark. That is the story behind the photos that everyone is talking about. Whether you admire them, debate them, or simply wonder how she does it, one thing is clear. Linda Evangelista remains one of the most unforgettable names in fashion history.